Craigslist. I mean, is that a weird way? Would you think of that to find a guy? Yeah. I didn't know how to go about it, quite frankly. It was a small role, so I didn't go to like a Zip Recruiter or like a real job. So I went to Craigslist, found a guy within 40 minutes, 40 minutes, been with him ever since.
Now the first actual MMA-related question is, you are as much a fighter for Bellator, you're also kind of like a frontman. You speak for the brand, you talk for the brand, you promote the brand. Now as a guy who's done a lot, been in a lot of main events, what was your thoughts on leaving Gracie and Rory being the main event instead of you and Leo? Are you cool with that, or is part of you the fighter who would rather be in the main event?
Yeah, no, that happened one other time. I fought on the same card the night Rory won his world championship, and they made Rory the co-main and put Rampage and I as the main. And I was honored. I mean, it's an honor and a compliment. But in fairness, that honor and compliment should go to whoever's got the title. That's just what the business says. That's what the industry says. And it was a little bit awkward, being on that card with Rampage, and we're closing the show, and here's the world champions jerking the curtain for us. It's supposed to be the other way around. I got to jerk the curtain for Rory if he's the world champion. That's just fair. That's protocol.
Now, with this fight you have upcoming, going up in weight from the previous fight from the heavyweight and going on, has that took any type of different effects on your body in those transitions? Or?
Yeah. I mean, I've been at it for about 2 months now, slowly losing weight. Lose about 1/3 of a pound a day. I keep track of the calories. I eat about 1,500 calories, burn about 2,500. So it was a slow process, yeah. I mean, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, quite frankly, but I think that it's a really good discipline, at least for me. Forces you to get that extra run in when you don't have to. Or if you are running, it forces you to get an extra mile in when you wouldn't have to. So at heavyweight, maybe if you don't have to, then all of a sudden maybe you don't do it, you go back for the barn. So I like the discipline of it.
Now, with that being said, do you want to plan to stay at this weight class in the near future?
Yes. Yes. 185 is just too low. I was the king of 185. I had no equal. There was nobody that could beat me. There was nobody that could win a round against me. But it was time to go. I had to go on and try 205, and I fought a scumbag named John Jones, who you might have heard of. And John gave me a beating, but I've always maintained he never would have beat me if I would have had time to get into 205. I went right from 185 to 205, and I've always resented and regretted that fact, that I fought him so quickly. So anyway, but I'm a 205 pounder now.
Having done so much in your career, I mean, you've done a lot. I mean, what is the motivation? Is it simply being a champion? Is it just the desire to compete? What still motivates you at this point to still be a very relevant, legitimate top-level fighter at 42?
I love it. I would miss you guys, quite frankly. I love it. I love the lifestyle. I love getting up and going to the gym and seeing the guys, I don't have a lot of friends. That is my social life, going to the gym and seeing my teammates and going through the processes and working with the coaches. And I'm still getting better. I'm still learning new things. I've still, of all my time in this sport, I've never had an area that I thought, okay, that's done. I've mastered that, let's move on to something else. Never. I've got to get better everywhere. Bigger, stronger, faster, the whole bit. And I'm just trying to be the best I can be.
For a person that's fought Fedor, John Jones, Anderson Silva, you told me at the Coliseum you fought George St. Pierre in the basement. Is
2014, Los Angeles, yes.
How does a basement
tough son of a bitch, that George St. Pierre. Yeah.
Now, that said, is Lyoto Machida one of the more difficult tests you've had in your career?
He's not as difficult as George St. Pierre.
Really?
If you wanted to, George St. Pierre was so strong. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how strong he was. And when the workout was done, the whole time I was thinking, how is this 170 pay? It's just terrible. And when the workout was done, he thanked me. He said, "Thank you for going easy on me. You're so much bigger. I know you could have killed me." And I didn't say a word. I just shook my head yes, but inside I was thinking, I was trying to kill you, George. The whole time I was trying to kill you.
Is that something that comes together kind of like the end of Rocky 3 or Apollo and Rocky fight? Like, let's just fight. Let's see what happens. How's that happen?
Yeah, well, kind of. I mean, it was a workout. I'm embellishing slightly to say that we wouldn't fought. I mean, he was a very good partner. He was very trustable. Neither one of us was hurt or bleeding, but we went hard. We went as hard. We were, I was trying to get over on him. He was trying to get over on me, and he earned my respect. I can tell you that much.
Now, just wanted to talk about your long-term goals, not overlooking your opponent, but just want to figure out, is your ultimate goal to win the Bellator MMA title and then ride off in the sunset?
I'm in a tough spot. I want to be the champion, but Ryan Bader is a scumbag, and this isn't a typical situation where I got to go beg him for. It's not like he has to beg me. The shoe's on the other foot. if Ryan Bader could ever get on the docket with me, it'd be the biggest fight of his meager little career, and I don't know if I'm ready to give it to him. I don't know. So if I got to cut off my nose to spite my face just to stick it up Bader's ass, I might do that. I might become the #1 contender and then deny Bader the opportunity.
What would be the next best thing, if not for the title shot? What would you be looking at?
Well, I want to fight the smallest guy with the worst record in the largest arena for the biggest paycheck. So if we can figure out how that can happen, I'll be there.
I have two more. And I actually cheated on Machida a couple days ago about it. You see fans and media throw around the idea of senior circuit fights. You and him are very high-level fighters at past 40. I wrote about it with him. Does that terminology and that label of senior circuit fight that only seems to get thrown at Bellator, does it bother you?
It's a tremendous insult. And you want to know why I can't say it bothers me? I was one of the guys that started that. When I was coming up and trying to get discovered, and I'd see these guys in front, I used to call these guys dinosaurs, and I used to come after these guys of the highest level. And, so it's one of those things where now the shoe's on the other foot. But I will assure you, I will fight any of them. I only train with guys that are under 30 years old, only because that's all that's in the gym. But I will fight any one of those. If one of those 26-year-olds wants to call me out, I'll answer the call out now. Yes.
Last question. Thoughts on Tito Ortiz going to Combate instead of Bellator or some of these others?
Let's see what happens there. I mean, Tito's very hard to do business with because he's a dishonest human being. But they announced that they have Tito. There has never been a fight announcement in the history of the world where you make an announcement and you don't then announce who his opponent is, what the date is, and where to buy tickets. The only other time that this happened was in an organization called Golden Boy, and you saw how that ended up. It ended in bankruptcy. They closed up shop. So they may believe that Tito's going to fight for him, and he may be going to fight for them. But so far, this has been nothing but smoke and mirrors. They brought a guy out, they got the big ah moment, and then they sold a grand total of nothing, which is fugazi, and it's bad business. And there's a lot of bad business out there, but I just don't know if I buy it.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Pleasure.
Appreciate the time.
Pleasure.
Thank you.